Well, thanks for joining us here on Right Now. It's a world of difference from what climate modelers were saying just a few scant years ago. A new study suggests that predictions on global warming trends were way off. Marissa Semkiw joins us now from our Toronto newsroom with the very latest. And Marissa, what are we learning from this report?
Well, a peer review study was conducted by 3 Canadian scientists, Brian, and what they did was they looked at 117 predictions made in the 1990s. Now, these predictions were made by government agencies, they were made by individual scientists, and 23 actually came from the UN Climate Panel. Now, of the 117 climate predictions, as you can see on this board, 114 overestimated the amount of warming. In fact, on average, the predictions forecasted 2 times more global warming than actually occurred. Now, I spoke to climatologist Tim Ball earlier, who said that the root of the problem is that the climate models are limited. Let's take a listen.
Very few people know this, but they only look at human causes. And the problem with that is that you can't possibly determine what effect humans are having if you don't know how much the climate changes naturally. And, of course, what's going on is that climate is changing naturally, but their models are not accommodating that.
Now, some scientists are saying that these results are not surprising and that it's the work of their community to constantly refine what they're doing. But keep in mind, Brian, politicians and activists have been using these models for the last 20 years to make major changes to our economy. And these predictions are now being questioned. Now, let's take Al Gore as an example. He's been a vocal climate change activist, as we know. At the 2009 United Nations Climate Conference, he warned of disaster in the Arctic. Let's take a listen.
Some of the models suggest to Dr. Maslowski that there is a 75% chance that the entire North Polar ice cap during some of the summer months could be completely ice-free within the next 5 to 7 years.
But as we reported on Sun News just earlier this week, the ice caps actually grew by 60% in just the last year. Now, the UN climate report is set to come out, and they are expected to warn of rising temperatures, which will no doubt ignite this debate, Brian.
All right, thanks for this, Marissa.
Thank you.
Marissa Semkiw in our Toronto newsroom.